Hi there, I'm Jonathan Herps, CEO, coach, and founder of Scale Up Growth and Scale Up Operating System. I help founder CEOs of private companies build self-managing, high-performing businesses without burning out. Each week, I share real-world case studies, leadership strategies, and execution frameworks to help you scale profitably, lead effectively, and regain control of your time. Today, a fabulous success story from one of my clients. This CEO made one bet. He put people first, and here's what happened. My client is Helder Klemp, and he is the founder and CEO of DNX Solutions. What I find when new clients join me is that most CEOs obsess over growth, revenue, sales, scale. But Helder made a different bet. He focused on people. And just last month, his company was officially certified a great place to work, with 92% of employees saying that they love working there. So what did he do differently? What can you take from this? Let's break it down. When Helder and I first started working together, he wasn't struggling. He had a good business, great team, great tech, but he had this nagging thought. If we keep growing like this without upgrading our culture, it's going to break. And he didn't want to scale chaos. He wanted to scale with control. So like I do with every client, we stepped back and built a 3-year vision. Not just for revenue, but for people, culture, and leadership. And from that, we created what I call winning moves. 5 strategic bets is the wrong word, but 5 strategic objectives to significantly scale the business and make it easier to run. Helder's number 1 was culture. Now, here's where most CEOs go wrong. They say culture is important, but then it gets buried under the urgent stuff: cash flow, clients, delivery, hiring. Helder is different. He made sure that it didn't. Together, we implemented 4 things that made the difference. Firstly, a quarterly planning rhythm. We broke his 3-year vision into 12 quarters. Every 90 days, we refined, we upgraded, and we executed. Not just for the business, but for leadership development and team culture as well. Secondly, leadership capacity or capability. We focus on leadership skills, not just managing people, but growing them. Things like how do you create psychological safety? How do you lead when you're not in the room? Thirdly, who, not how. It's a key pillar of any growth strategy. Instead of trying to fix the culture solo, we brought in an expert, Maria Phillips, a former client of mine and a culture specialist. We brought her in to embed trust building and feedback systems into the DNA of the business. And finally, we benchmarked. Like everything else, if you don't measure it, it won't happen. We identified the Great Place to Work framework as a framework that provided structure, recognition, and clarity on what great actually looks like, with tangible categories and global benchmarks. So what happened? 2.5 years later, 92% of employers said DNX is a great place to work. That's compared to 60% in a typical company in Australia. 100% said people care about each other. 98% said they feel safe, included, and respected. And that's not marketing spin. That's certified anonymous employee data collected through the Great Place to Work process. But even beyond the numbers, retention is up, performance is up. And Helder isn't stuck in the weeds anymore. He's been able to stick his head up and focus on the business and focus on the next strategic priorities. He's leading strategically with a team he trusts. So here's a lesson for you. What can you steal? You don't build a high-performance business by squeezing people harder. You build it by creating a place where people want to perform, where they want to work, where they want to come. And that starts with clarity. Where are you going? What's blocking you? Who do you need to bring in to help? Most CEOs I work with already know their culture needs work, but they're stuck in what I call reactive leadership: firefighting, fixing, repeating. That's why coaching matters. That's why frameworks matter. And that's why conversations like this one can unlock serious growth. If you want to create a workplace like DNX, if you're ready to stop scaling stress and start building a business that grows with your team, not at their expense, let's talk. There's a link below for a free business call. We'll review your business, clarify the bottlenecks, and map your next smart move. No pressure, just clarity. That's what Helder did, and that's what dozens of my clients have done. And if you're watching this, you probably already know it's your next step. So thanks for watching. I'm Jonathan Herps. This is Scale Up Growth, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.